PrimeTime Talk, we the champs in the zone, East Coast to West. Every throne known and shown, the box and unbiased truth in every puff piece. Pound kings, the talks never see. Check the stats, fight stack, gloves flying fast. KOs rewinding, every punch lands last. Jabs like poetry, hooks like history. Uncover the mystery, every fight a victory. Check the stats, fight stack, gloves flying fast. KOs rewinding, every punch lands last. Jabs like poetry, hooks like history. Uncover the mystery, every fight a victory. Prime time, prime grind, every rhyme so refined. True to the sport, no bias, we shine. Fist up in the ring, our voices do sing. From 9 to 90 at night, we the boxing kings. East to west, coast to coast, prime time the most, raising every toast. Talk so smooth, flow with venom. Truth in the rhythm, no biased algorithm. Analysts breaking down round by glorious round. Unbiased coverage making the sound profound. Fighter profiles, every style compiled. Games by strategy, casuals beat beguiled. Prime time, prime grind, every rhyme so refined. True to the sport, no bias, we shine. Fist up in the ring, our voices do sing. From 9 to 90 at night, we the boxing kings.
Oh man, let's go ahead and jump on into this video, shall we? Man, oh man, how about, I guess, the Brian Norman versus Boots Ennis fight? Basically coming from Eddie Hearn, he's saying that, look, Brian Norman is a good fighter, very good fighter, but don't nobody know who he is. And maybe, just maybe, is Brian Norman Sr. pricing himself out. Yeah, we're going to get into this joint. And I'm going to even break down what the offer was. And, Eddie Hearn said it was a bucket load of money. That was his exact words. A bucket load of money. Offered him a bucket load of money. Let's deep dive into this, because they're saying a bucket load of money. Well, what is a bucket load of money? And the sad part about it is that, is Brian Norman Sr. pricing himself out, or did he price himself right? Did he give himself the right price and he stood on business? See, a lot of people feel like you're supposed to jump for whatever sound good. Because it sound good to you may not sound good to them. They may have done the numbers and crunched the numbers and figured out that, hey, the numbers that was offered just ain't good enough. Couldn't that be the issue? I've been hearing a lot of people saying Brian Norman, he pricing himself out. He should have took that payday, this, that, and the third. Maybe. Yeah, maybe he should have. But if he didn't, that means he knew better. That means he knew it was a better payday down the line. Now, Eddie Hearn was saying, hey, is he clickbait? I don't really see that, I don't really see Brian Norman Sr. doing no, clickbaiting and things like that, because he seems like one of those straight up fathers to where he just want to get what his son is just due. So it's up in the air. I understand a lot of people feel certain kind of ways, saying that, hey, the fight is off because of the father wanted more money, or the fight is off because Brian Norman Jr. really didn't want to fight. He's just trying to clickbait and use Jerron Boots in his name and his flame. But I don't think so. I think that all fighters really want to fight for certain fighters, especially if they believe in themselves enough to want to fight a certain fighter. I don't think that everything is clickbait or some people are just shouting out people. Now, hey, I haven't seen any proof either or just yet, so I give people the benefit of the doubt. See, that's what I do here on this channel. I'm the most unbiased in the YouTube land. I done told y'all that, man. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to give Mr. Brian Norman Sr., benefit of the doubt. Now, hey, I'm not saying Eddie Hearn is lying, but, hey, Eddie Hearn know how to, he know how to spin the lyric a little bit. So we'll see in the coming weeks, months, maybe even days or hours. Who knows? Because, just like I dropped the video announcing that the fight was going to be November the 9th, man, it sounds like it's just off just as fast. Ain't that something? 24 hours, baby. Crazy. But that's the sport of boxing. And that is the negotiations of boxing. You get what you negotiate yourself for. So I get it and I understand it. And I totally feel both sides. And hey, if that is what it is, then it is what it is. We'll get the fight when the fight's supposed to happen. If it don't happen November the 9th, then hey, maybe it'll happen the first of next year. Who knows? We'll see how it all goes, because I do know this much. The Zone gotta find some fights for Boots Ennis, and they gotta find some exciting fights. They gotta get some fights that people want to see. And honestly, even though Brian Norman isn't a big household name, I think people want to see that fight, because that is probably the next best thing, biggest name for a Jerron Boots Ennis at the Zone. Find all these different fighters from different countries. It's time he step up and fight a good household name, maybe from the U.S. So that's what we are all looking for. That's what we are all hoping for. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing Boots do, because, hey, Boots he is one of the most unavoided fighters, or one of the most avoided fighters in the sport of boxing right now, especially in the division he's in. Now he done moved to the Zone, signed up with those guys, so we want to see him fight some good fights. My man from Venezuela, he fought Villanova. That was a very, very good fight. So we want to see those type fights for Jerron Boots Ennis. And if Brian Norman is willing to step up the plate to fight him, then hey, Eddie Hearn, go ahead and cut him that check, man. If he just asking for a little $2 million, go ahead and give him that, man. We understand, but hey, we understand the business too. We understand the business side of it too. How much has you made and how much are you worth currently and all this and that. So I totally understand the Eddie Hearn side of the story. And hey, I feel as though it could be worked out. Meet each other midway and get the fight done. That's what I think. That's what should happen. So we'll see. Maybe, all of this will give some positive energy and give some more focus on the fight, and they'll put up the rest of the money to go ahead and make this fight happen, because I truly do believe it will be a very, very good fight for Brian Norman. It will be a very, very good fight for Jerron Boots Ennis, and it will be a good fan-friendly fight for us all. So, hey, I'm looking forward to whatever's next for both of those fighters, for Brian Norman Jr. and for Jerron Boots Ennis. And hey, I appreciate all the banter back and forth, because it lays a highlight on these fighters and this fight potentially. So you can't be mad at how things are going. You just gotta let things flow sometimes. You gotta let things flow sometimes. Like, everything just don't go the way we want it when we want it, right? In life. And so it's not going to do the same. It's going to do pretty much the same thing in boxing. It's not going to happen when we want it. But like we saw the Spence Crawford fight, we got that fight. It took a while. It took some years, but we got that fight. So same thing here. Hopefully it don't take no years, because these younger guys, they actually are out for their business and they out trying to get that money. So we'll see if both of these fighters can get in the ring with each other, get past negotiations first. Let me back it up. Let's see if both of these fighters can get past negotiations, and then we'll see what they can do in the ring. But I tell you what, with both fighters' style, with Boots' style, with that go-get-em style, and then Brian Norman with that bang-em, rock-em, sock-em style, hey, it's going to be a very, very good and intriguing fight. I'm telling you. But, I got to give it to the man that got more ring experience. That's where I edge it out to. But you never know in the sport of boxing, right? I taught y'all that. And if you ain't learned nothing else ever about boxing or fight, remember this. Any fighter is entitled to his day if he want it bad enough. for real, any fighter, and I do mean any fighter, is entitled to his day if he want it bad enough. And what that means is, if he want it better than the other fighter he's fighting in that ring, then who you think gonna win? The one who wanted it bad enough, the one who put down the grit, the one who took those punches, even though normal punches like that would have dropped him, but something deep down inside him said, man, I'm gonna walk through everything this guy throw at me, and I'm gonna outwill him, and I'm gonna win this fight, and I'm gonna take his spirit, and I'm gonna take his might, and I'm gonna use it against him. And hey, you got a winning champion right there, a winning champion. Gotta use IQ, gotta use heart and will sometimes, but you definitely need that IQ first. So we'll see what happens with this fight, because I tell you what, it is definitely an entertaining fight on paper. I truly believe if Eddie Hearn can put egos aside and maybe go ahead and throw that little extra bag or two on Brian Norman, it's going to pay off dividends in the press conference. It's going to pay off dividends in the promotion, because, you know, Brian Norman Sr., he got a serious talk game on him. His son can talk some junk as well. So, you know, Boots and his father up there, father and father, son and son, man, come on, that's an awesome story. So anyway, with that being said, that's all I got for this video. You already know the routine. We leave my house, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these next latest and greatest videos here on Primetime Talk TV and on social media everywhere. Definitely go to the website PrimeTimeTalkTV.com and copy some merch. All right, y'all, peace, love, I'm out till next time.